Good day and welcome to Q2 FY2024 earnings conference call of Aimco Pesticides Limited, hosted by TIL Advisors Private Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Abhishek Mehra from TIL Advisors. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Neera. Welcome, everyone, and thanks for joining this Q2 and H1 FY24 earnings conference call of Aimco Pesticides Limited. The investor updates have already been uploaded on the stock exchange, company website, and email to you. In case you do not have a copy of the same, please feel free to reach out to us. To take us through the discussion, we have with us from the management team, Mr. Sameer Dave, Executive Director, and Mr. Ashit Dave, Executive Director. We'll be starting the call with a brief overview of the business and the financial performance in Q2 FY24, which will be followed by the Q&A session. I would like to remind you all that everything said in this call reflecting any outlook for the future, which can be construed as a forward-looking statement, must be viewed in conjunction with the risks and uncertainties that the company faces. These risks and uncertainties have been mentioned in our annual report. With that said, I would now like to hand over the call to Mr. Ashit Dave. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Q2 H1 FY24 earnings conference call. Greetings of Diwali and wishing you all a very happy Dhanteras. Thank you for taking out time to attend this call. I appreciate your presence on this call as we discuss the prevailing dynamics in the agrochemical industry. I want to begin by acknowledging our team's concentrated efforts that have contributed to a commendable 27% year-on-year growth in our top line during Q2. This achievement becomes a very important, most significant when viewed in light with the challenging agrochemical landscape we find ourselves in. Despite this positive growth, it is crucial to address the persistent pressure on our operating margins. Several factors including heightened competition from China, elevated inventory across the manufacturers and traders channels, and somewhat bleak export demand outlook continue to exert pressure on our margins. Importantly, these challenges are not unique to only Aimco, but are reflective of the broader industry. However, I'm pleased to share a silver lining amongst these challenges. Product prices appear to have stabilized, reaching a near-term bottom by the end of Q2. This stabilization should provide some relief and contribute a better industry sentiment. Till now, majority of the buyers across the world were deferring their purchases due to one-way fall in the prices of all agrochemicals and raw materials. Hence, stability in prices is crucial as far as sentiment is concerned. Further, our new procurement of raw material is also happening at competitive rates, and still we are expecting some volatility in margins to persist for the rest of the financial year. One area where we have seen encouraging results is in the performance of our domestic branded sales. Despite the unpredictability of the monsoon and brief but severe dry spell in August, the Kharif season has fared reasonably well, with our brand sale demonstrating resilience and some growth as well. Moreover, our expansion into new markets such as Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh is also progressing as planned and further diversifying our market presence. On the product portfolio front, we are excited to announce advancement in our technical products. We anticipate commercialization of new insecticide in Q3, followed by a herbicide in Q4, while these products will see initial commercialization at small-scale production this year, the dynamics of the industry scenario makes it challenging to predict their scale-up. Simultaneously, we will commence production registration efforts of these molecules in the export market as well. Looking ahead, we are cautiously optimistic about a more favorable export demand environment by the end of the current financial year. This optimism is fueled by anticipation that existing inventories will be absorbed, as well as transition into new upcoming season in the export as well as domestic market. Furthermore, our brand sales are expected to sustain their robust performance into the upcoming Rabi season. In conclusion, while the challenges persist, our strategic initiative, resilience performance in key markets and forthcoming commercialization of new molecule positions us well for the future. I would now like to open the floor for questions.
Thank you very much. We'll now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking your question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. First question is from the line of Anuj Mehra, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Anuj.
Perfect. Sir, so I have more than a couple of questions actually. To start with, is there any update on bifenthrin and triclopyr registration in the Brazil market, and also any other markets where registration for these products is currently pending?
You would like to then first get a response to this and then go to the next one?
I can't hear you, sir. Sorry. Your voice is a little low.
Okay. No, what I was thinking, asking is whether you would like to finish your question and then ask for answer, or you want one by one?
No. So those,
I think I'll tell you in brief. Bifenthrin and triclopyr, both registrations are still pending. We have submitted all the required data, and one of them, at least triclopyr, we expect to receive by March this year. Bifenthrin, we still don't have the data as yet.
Okay, and that is only for the Brazil market, right?
Yes.
Okay, and we've not applied for registration?
No, we have other markets like Australia, US. We already have registrations for both these products. The only major market missing registration was Brazil.
Understood.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, sir, this quarter, I believe we've seemed to manage, a good, decent top line given the lower realizations. So, is there an element of higher trading revenues in this quarter, or is this normal business mix?
No, actually, this is not because of trading, and this is also not normal business. If you, go back to quarter one, what the decision we had made was that whatever inventory we had, we were carrying very high inventory of raw material and finished product in Q1. So, and we decided to start liquidating the stock and start with buying purchase of new raw material at new prices. Now, this liquidation process has also percolated in Q2, mainly July and part of August, where we basically sold whatever all the raw finished products we had in our hand, and that is why you see margins are under pressure in Q2 as well.
Understood. So, sir, can we assume that the sales run rate that we have looked at in H1 will continue in H2? So, can we look at a 250 crore top line?
That is what the plan is. Now, again, to maintain this run rate in H2 will be challenging because the international market demand is still very weak. And so we are trying to put more concentration on our brand sale business, which has shown resilience, and it has the one business which has shown increased sales over the last year, and so we are going to concentrate on brand sale business. Some of the trading business also we are trying to revive, and there are Q4 we will have some top line from the new molecule manufacturing, which we will start from December. So with all this keeping in mind, we will try our best to keep the same run rate. But it's very difficult to predict how Q4 is going to pan out.
Understood. Also, sir, could you? I'm just going back to tricloper and bifenthrin. If you could, throw some color on the pricing trend. I mean, what was the peak pricing and how far off are we currently from the peak prices? I'm just trying to understand if, the pricing has bottomed out.
See, I'll tell you, pre-COVID, for example, tricloper price was around $8, $7.5, $8. During COVID time, it went up, and because of various reasons, shortages of raw material, logistics challenges, the costs went up, raw material prices went up, and the price of tricloper went up as high as $13. At the moment, it is down to about $6.5, $7 again, and we believe this is the bottom price for tricloper. And from now on, once the demand comes back, we will see increase in prices.
Understood. But according to you, it might take a quarter or two, or you might...
It might take a quarter or two.
It might take a quarter or two.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Also, sir, as you mentioned earlier in your opening remarks that, there are certain new products that we're trying to commercialize, so insecticides in Q3 and then herbicides in Q4. I wanted to kind of understand the competitive scenario. So how many active Indian companies are currently manufacturing these products? And can we expect gross margins of, around 40%? And these products, will they find application in the domestic or the export markets?
So both these products are new products which we are going to start manufacturing, for which we already have the manufacturing license. We have already lined up that, and as of now, I do not know any other Indian manufacturer manufacturing both of these molecules. Predominantly, both are. One of them is imported from China, and another one is just became off patent. So I don't think, both are niche products. So these are not like big, large blockbuster products which you will hear from all the manufacturers planning.
Understood. So we can then expect, decent gross margins there, around 35-40%?
Yes. Yeah, it's about 30-35%.
Okay, and these will be majorly sold in the domestic markets?
Initially in domestic market, because we don't have the registrations out of India as yet. We have already initiated that process, but it'll take at least 1 or 2 years till we get we get into some markets, export markets. Till then, we will be restricted to India.
Okay, and what kind of top line contribution can we expect from these?
Now,
in the next
in this scenario, it is very difficult to give a number to that. I think we will have better visibility of numbers in Q4 once we already have put in the first lots in market and see how the market reacts, how the Rabi season goes. I think Q4 we will have better numbers on visibility.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So one last question on CAPEX. So the new products that we're planning to launch, will they be manufactured in the existing plant, or will be setting up a new manufacturing line?
No, both these products we are manufacturing in the same plant. We are not doing any significant capex to manufacture both these molecules. The major capex we have planned will be for next year, where next financial year, we will be setting up a new manufacturing plant for another molecule and a new formulation plant for enhancing our manufacturing capability for branded sale products.
Okay, and what size of capex are we looking at, sir, 1 year down the line?
I think the formulation plant will be about 15 crore, and the new active ingredient manufacturing plant is about 20 crore expected. Total about 35 crore.
And that will be debt funded or through internal accruals?
It is being planned as of now. We are making plans to put priority on different. Both these are two separate projects. So we have procurement of land and everything is being done. So I think in our next Concall we will have much better numbers and clarity on this.
Perfect. So that is all from my end, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Anuj.
Wish you a very happy Diwali.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Sanjay Ladda from Bastion Research. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Is my voice audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, hi sir. Congratulations on a good set of numbers, sir. So just to ask you the before participants. So you said that the capex planned is 35 odd crore. So can I also, if you can share that at the peak utilization, what would be the asset turn or revenue we can expect from the plant, if it is got?
Yeah. Right now we are working out all these numbers. I think in next quarter we will have much better clarity on this capex which we are taking next year. And so I think in our next con call we will have much more details to share about this.
Okay. So my next question would be, you have talk a little bit about more on renewed focus on brand business. So, to my understanding, this was not a focus area till FY23, right?
Yes.
But of lately, we seem to adding new markets and team, etc. in this segment. So,
Yes.
Can you give some color on this? And is it on banking on short-term trend or something sustainably happening in this business?
No, I think from last 2 quarters we have noticed that the international markets have weakened and the demand is slowing down in international market, and because of various reasons, accumulation of stocks at manufacturers level, at traders level, at all the levels, the area in which we were concentrating most is the export sale business really suffered. So, and we then at that time realized that brand sale business also was the only business doing well during this difficult period of time. So we have changed our focus and started looking more from, not immediately from this quarter, but from last couple of quarters, we have started planning to increase our brand sale business in India. And we have taken a lot of steps to do that.
Sir, given a point, at this brand sale would be, can we expect, how much percentage of our revenue going forward, and what is the margin trend in this business we can expect? Or if you can talk more about on, 2-3 years down the line, how this business can really scale it up further.
We are now putting up a plan where we want to double our business in next 2 years, brand sale business, and take it to almost 50% of our total revenue in next 5 years coming from brand sale. And for that, there are several things we need to do. And we have already initiated a lot of work on increasing product portfolio, bringing in new molecules, adding areas and our presence in India, marketing network. So all that is being done. Additional formulation manufacturing capacity, all that we are planning. So we have first target of 2 years to double the sales of brand sale products, and then next target in 5 years to become 50% of the top line.
All right. So, sir, what kind of upfront investments are we deploying for these markets?
Capex-wise, we are going to invest in a new formulation manufacturing facility, which our target is about 15 crore rupees we are going to spend. And other investment as far as network is concerned is already going on.
Okay. So, okay, sir. Great. So, sir, can you give some more color on export markets, especially our major ones? Because at least in smaller Latin America markets or African markets, we are hearing about forex availability issue and etc.
There are like Argentina, some of the even African countries have forex availability issues. So those are also some of the issues which are adding to this lack of demand. But as far as the whole, major markets, US, North America, South America, Australia, Southeast Asia, the demand has started, coming. It is not as bad as it was looking in July, August, September. But there will be some revival we are seeing. But at the same time, we are also aware that there is a very high amount of inventory with Chinese manufacturers, Indian manufacturers, importers from all over these countries. So, difficult to make a judgment whether the scenario will change in next 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months.
Okay, so another 1 or 2 quarters we are looking the same.
Yeah. At least it'll be fair to say at least 2 quarters we will see, slow business.
And sir, any color on demand projection or expected outlook for upcoming season in export market like Brazil? So are we predicting a comeback, or is situation still unclear? The same.
The situation is, it is different little molecule to molecule, but if you look at the overall situation in Brazil, it is reviving, but it's not that bad. But the margins are still very bad because material, the same volume of material, even if I ship this year, my top line will be about 30 to 40% lower than last year because of erosion in price.
Okay. So, sir, just to ask you a question on that, like which markets are we expecting a demand revival or demand is coming back, and which markets are, struggling? And you already said that it will take another 2 quarters or more on that side. So if you can throw some light on that, and what's the demand scenario, which markets are doing good, and how are we placed on that markets?
I think the situation is the same all over the world, but the severity of situation changes from North America to South America to Australia, Southeast Asia. The amount of stock which was overbought range is different. Like North America is most of the customers have the whole years of stock, so the revival will take some more time. Australia is little less, so the revival will be faster. So there are different, depends on which area we are concentrating on. Europe doesn't have a significant problem. The demand is still strong from Europe.
Okay. So my reason to ask you the question is, since we are growing the top line, the growth in top line is very strong, while we reflect the prices differential in our cost side. So just wanted to know which markets are, or which geographies we are doing better on that side.
We are going to concentrate on the same geographies we were working on, because we have invested significant amount of money in getting registrations there. So the geography is not going to change, but it depends on how the market revives.
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir, for patiently answering my questions.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you.
Yeah, happy Diwali and happy New Year.
Happy Diwali to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Pankaj Parab from Molecule Ventures. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Pankaj, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. So my first question is on the margin side. You mentioned the margins will continue to remain volatile. Is this because of our high cost of inventories on our book, or the supply side situation is very competitive?
That is, I think supply side situation is very competitive. Our raw materials now, current raw materials are at current market prices. But there is so much stock available with all the manufacturers. It is very difficult to maintain those margins which we are maintaining in normal business circumstances. So that is the reason the margins, I still predict at least another next 1 quarter or 2 quarter margins will be under pressure.
Okay, sir, got it. And secondly, if my understanding is correct, our molecule thiochloroquine and bifenthrin as a product, China don't have much manufacturing capacity for these two products. So I wanted to just understand the source of competition for these two products. Is this domestic players, and what kind of competitive intensity these two products have?
No, I think for both these products there are manufacturers in China, and pre-COVID, I would say that triclopyr, there were hardly any manufacturers, but during COVID time, a very large, significant investment has been made in China for manufacturing both these molecules, and we are facing a lot of competition from China for these molecules. Apart from that, in India, we also have one manufacturer for triclopyr and at least 3 more manufacturers for bifenthrin competing with us, and so there is enough competition for both these molecules.
Okay, so from China there is enough competition.
Yes,
as compared to Indian players. Okay,
yes,
got it.
Yes.
And so lastly, can you give us some color on the upcoming Rabi season, and how is demand situation expect to be?
Rabi season is looking very strong. We are very strong in West Bengal, and the forecast figures which we have received from our marketing team is very robust. So we hope that we are going to see a very good, stable Rabi season.
Okay, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you, Pankaj. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Rajesh Jain from NB Investments. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Rajesh.
Sir, my first question is, are we still carrying high price inventory of raw materials, or we are done with that?
No, we are done with high price inventory of raw material, but since the prices of raw materials are still consistently falling, they have now almost bottomed out in October, November. But I would say 80% of our inventory is at the new price, and then we still have some old inventory at little higher prices, but no significant higher price, old inventory of higher price.
So it will not significantly affect our P&L, the profitability, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, you had mentioned in one of the calls that we are the lowest cost manufacturer for triclopyr.
Correct.
So where do we stand with respect to our other 3 main grades like chloropyrifos, bifenthrin, and dimethylhexane, sir?
Chlorpyrifos also, we are amongst one of the best cost manufacturing companies, since we are the first company to start chlorpyrifos manufacturing in India.
Correct.
And for as far as bifenthrin is concerned, I guess most of the manufacturers are at par in India, because still both the key raw materials are imported from China. There are a couple of new manufacturing plants coming up to manufacture these raw materials in India. Once we have them, we will have a better cost position than China.
Okay. And how about that, sir, thimethoxam?
Sorry, thimethoxam?
Where do we make that product?
Thimethoxam we used to manufacture, but at the moment we are not manufacturing.
We are not.
But triclopyr, yes, we have the best cost position. And at the moment, for your information, India is cheaper than China in triclopyr manufacturing cost.
But why did we stop, sir?
Thimethoxam, there are two different products. Right now, what I told you was triclopyr.
Oh, triclopyr. Okay.
Yeah. And now thiamethoxam, I thought you asked me thiamethoxam. It's an insecticide which we were manufacturing earlier, but we stopped manufacturing thiamethoxam because one of the key intermediate was coming from China, and that was not our focus product. So we switched our manufacturing.
Okay. So this product, what I had asked was dimethoxynin, but what you said was which one?
No, I thought you asked thiamethoxam, but dimethoxynin, no, I'm not aware of it.
Were we making that product? No, I don't know from where I got that product name.
Sorry,
from your investor presentation or annual report. So I think maybe spelling mistake also.
Name wrong, yeah. Okay,
fair enough. So regarding the same, the UPL, I don't know. Last year was also not good. So how it is going this year till now, and how it is going to be in the H2?
This year till now, it's a tough situation for everyone. It is the intensity changes from company to company because of the product mix, the geography they are present in, and various things. So, but going forward, I think things will start changing for the better, because most of the molecule we have seen bottom prices. Prices, which are some of the products, the prices are almost like 70% lower than what it used to be now. And so there's only now, the only way it can go is up. But the question is how much time it will take to make that happen, because that depends on the inventory levels, and which are still very high.
Correct.
So
that means H1 till now we haven't supplied anything to UPL?
No, we have supplied. We have supplied significant quantities to UPL in H1. H2 numbers are not yet clear.
Okay. Is it possible to share how much it is in H1, sir, at least?
In H1, we have already supplied about 1,200 metric tons, which was almost 80% of last year's volume.
Okay, FY23 volume.
Yeah.
Sir, in FY23, we had again a tougher situation for chloropyrifos in Brazil market, and regarding bifenthrin also, there was a change of ownership of one of the large customers. So we had not done well in FY23, and we were expecting to do well in 24, but 24 has taken a
24, yeah. Still, the stock levels with the customers are very high. So normally.
My question was, let's say chloropyrifos from Brazil, we were expecting around 100 crores, and this one bifenthrin, I think 50 crores or so. I know 24 is ruled out, but does it look like it will happen in 25 at least?
Yeah, I'm very confident. Once the demand becomes normal, we will we'll achieve those numbers again. I'm very
maybe FY25.
We have, in fact, for as far as chlorpyrifos is concerned, we have had a significant increase in volume this year over the last year. volumes.
In Brazil.
But again, the price is almost lower by 40%. So the top line doesn't reflect that. And but going forward, we'll definitely see much improvement.
Okay.
And recently we have the U.S., one of the high courts of U.S. turning down the judgment of U.S. EPA, which had banned chlorpyrifos in U.S. And the judgment was overturned recently, and U.S. has now allowed chlorpyrifos for sale, which is a very significant achievement for chlorpyrifos as a molecule. And it will give a longer life to the molecule in rest of the world market also.
So, but do we have registrations already approved and all in U.S. market?
Yes, for chlorpyrifos we have. No, not in U.S., but our bigger focus is in Brazil and the other Southeast Asian countries who had slowed down purchase of chlorpyrifos because of the fact that U.S. had banned chlorpyrifos, and now since the decision is reversed, we will see a resurgence in demand coming from all over the other markets also.
Okay, so you're saying the repercussions will have a positive, with the other customers of the country.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
fair enough, sir. Sir, I know the situation is not that good to have any discussion regarding CRAMS or anything, but is there any progress for CRAMS arrangement with UPL for any other molecule or with any other customer?
There are two molecules which are already ready. Which we have already done the R&D work, everything is done ready. But since this market scenario is so, bad, we are not yet discussing when to start and everything. So we'll just wait for at least one more quarter and then take up those projects.
So these are the same one which you are launching in Q3 and Q4?
No. These are two different molecules.
Two different molecules. Okay, great. Yeah. Sir, now regarding the capex, which you said that you would be doing it in the next financial year, so just can you give us an idea, are you increasing the capacity of any of these existing product in this capex, or it is altogether?
We are increasing our formulation capacity. Because our current formulation capacity will cater to our increased demand, but we have a plan to increase our volumes in brand sale business significantly. And for that, we will need new manufacturing facilities. So for that, we are going to invest. And for the second project, we are going to invest in a new technical manufacturing plant for a new product.
Okay. So the new product, it is not the same tool that you are doing some...
No.
That's altogether different product.
That's completely different new herbicide, which has just come off patent this year.
Okay, herbicide. Okay. So that means now, as in today, what is the capacities we have for bifenthrin and chlorpyrifos at our plant?
Bifenthrin, we have about 300 metric tons per annum capacity. Triclopyr, we have 5,000 metric tons per annum capacity. Chlorpyrifos, we have 3,000 metric ton per annum capacity.
And so this, we are not going to increase any of these capacities?
No, I think we have enough capacity for all the three molecules as of now.
Okay. Now, with the formulation capacity, with the existing one, how much sales you can do and how much you are increasing in the next year?
See, with branded cell formulation, we right now we have, I'll tell you the numbers. What was in the branded cell? I'm not very sure, but we have about 7% increase over last year, and now we are targeting 100% in next 2 years. So, and we are we have already added 2 states. We are adding 2 more states in Q4, and a lot of hiring we are doing for marketing network in the new states, and for next year also there are a lot of plans to add new products.
Okay. No, sir, my question was formulations. Based on what, how much with the current capacity, how much revenue we can generate, And, when you're adding new capacity next financial year,
current capacity, we can go up to about 100 crore sales of our branded sale products. And with the new capacity, we are going to at least double the capacity, the new manufacturing. We'll add another 100 crore.
Okay, and these capacities, you don't require much capex because these are only, packaging and those type of investment you need, right?
It's not a big investment.
Big investment. So, but currently, how much capacity utilization you're doing right now?
We are almost at about 70% capacity utilization now.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine enough, sir. So now, another confusion is regarding the new molecules that you are launching. Now, we had 2 molecules that were pending for registration in Brazil market.
Yes.
Right? So that you said it is getting delayed. And other than that, I think already you had mentioned for 2 molecules or so, you are at different stages of data collection. Correct? So now you have come up with 2 more new products where one you are launching next quarter, the other one is on the Q4.
These are for domestic market.
I know, domestic. So and you are now saying you are launching one more technical manufacturing, the capex you are doing that. So my question is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. So that means 7. These are all different molecules?
Yeah, all different molecules.
All of these are different molecules.
All are different molecules. Now, the molecules on which we have already, the 2 molecules on which we are at different stages of data generation and registration. So one of them needs a very large manufacturing manufacturing facility because it's a complicated process of 14 steps. So we are going to invest in a plant for that.
So that is the one you are going for the next year capex?
Yes.
Sir, this data collection, is it completed for those 2 molecules or it is still undergoing?
Still going on.
So when can we apply for the registration, sir?
We are very close to doing that.
Okay. Sir, the registration for this Brazil market, the 2 molecules, I think it was supposed to come in this year March. Now you are saying March 24. I know you can't give us the timeline, but is it any confirmed we will get at least one by March 24?
So what the judgment we are making is like this, that at least one of the regis molecules, which is triclopyr, we already had phase 1 evaluation on the molecule. By the registration authority. They asked for additional data and which we have already submitted the data. So going by the normal consultant's advice, it takes about 6 months once you submit the fresh data. So we expect that, we'll get it by March then.
So that is which product, sir? March?
Triclopyr.
And what is the other one which you are, saying next year?
Bifenthrin, will be for next year.
Okay, fair enough. Sir, but as and when you get the registration, let's say in March 24, can we start the sales for the next season immediately?
No, after that it takes about at least 6 more months for us to get added as a source in various customers' registrations.
Oh, okay. Sir, I know the margins, EBITDA... Okay. Sir, the EBITDA margins are different for the different verticals and also the products. But if you can give an average for the company, what is the EBITDA margins for, let's say, technicals, formulation, and the B2B, B2, the business with UPL, something, whatever you could share?
Normally EBITDA margins for technicals are higher. Branded sale formulations are also higher. And for trading business is low EBITDA margins.
Okay.
As I had already mentioned, in this situation at the moment, to predict any firm percentage of EBITDA margin is very difficult.
I know. I agree.
We have to do our best to stay afloat and get the best of the market and customers we have.
Okay. No, sir, but what we were told is that, like in formulations, initially the margins will not be good because you will be investing more on, expanding your, distribution and the sales and all that. And as your sales picks up, the, the margins keep going in a higher way. So now you said this year your sales in the formulation segment has been very good, and now you have charted out very aggressive plan. So what I was saying is our existing formulation margins the same as technicals, or it is still lower than that?
No, it is now still lower than that.
Okay.
And because our concentration was not on brand sale business, so we did not have enough number of new molecules in our basket.
Okay.
And so we worked on it. From last 2 quarters, we have been working on it, how to achieve that. And we have added at least 6 new molecules in our brands. And that has shown very good market response. And then we are adding few more in next Rabi season also. So with all this work, we already had the network. We had the network in major markets in India. So our investment is already done. Now we are investing in new markets and for the additional growth which we are expecting.
Okay. And for all these new products, you would be outsourcing the product, right?
It depends. Some of the molecules which we are already manufacturing, so those brands are also added in that. But you can say in general we will be sourcing the technicals, actives.
You will be sourcing. Till maybe once it reaches some substantial volume, maybe you may plan to manufacture it.
Correct.
Sir, now let us assume that if you can double the sales in 2 years, at that juncture, your margins would be in the formulation would be better than the technicals?
Much better, yes.
So that time, not only the products, technical products giving you better margin, even the sales in formulation also can fetch you higher margin.
Better than what they are right now. But again, you can't compare it with technical, because in technical, which is like the active ingredient, it again depends on the product. Now there are certain technicals which sell in large volumes, like chlorpyrifos. The margins are not very good. But certain products which are niche products, small volumes, the margins are much better.
Okay.
Like that.
So again, it varies from product to product.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Wish you all and the entire team wish you happy Deepavali and good day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Abhishek Singh from Deloitte. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Abhishek.
Yeah, sir, just a very simple question. I recently started understanding your company and would like to understand when was the last time we had such a down cycle and how long did it stay for, and what are the measures we have taken the last time when this happened?
I think 2010, I can go back to remember that such similar kind of situation happened during that time. And but it did not take this long to the situation to go back to normal. It was, I think, at max 2 quarters. But this time, because of various reasons, the situation is still the same, and the demand is still weak. From almost now, this is the 3rd quarter. And we are still not very sure how it's going to pan out in next 2 quarters.
Got it. And so the second part of the question was, last time when it happened in 2010, did you take any special measures which helped us sail through the whole patch, or we just let the market do its thing and basically we waited? No, that was what we did last time.
So we did both. We waited also, and then we started investing more in new product registrations all over the world in different geographies which we were not present at that time. So we wanted to spread ourselves in different geographies so that we can get seeded with such kind of situation. But now what happens is this kind of situation, it affects all the geographies. Simply because of material stock available across the board, across all the manufacturers all over the world. who have overcapacity in manufacturing, higher volumes of finished product raw material stock levels.
Got it. And sir, the second question is, I think you already gave us a figure of 35 crores, which is the capex we are planning out. So can we see the execution happening in the next 2 years, or the number which you gave is something what we are planning just for the next financial year?
No, it will take 2 years. We will initiate the project next year, next financial year. But for completion, it will take 2 years. Got it. And sir, just the last question. By any chance, do you have the ratio handy? So basically, what I'm trying to understand is what is the marketing as well as the R&D spend compared to the revenue operations what we have generated for the quarter or maybe for the year. For the year, I have R&D for last year 1.5%, but this year I don't have the number as yet. And what about the marketing spend, sir? I don't have the number on marketing at the moment. But if you send me an email, or we can, share the data. Sure thing. I'll do that. Thank you so much, and happy Diwali to your whole team, sir. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you. Happy Diwali.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. As there are no further questions, I will now hand the conference to the management for closing comments.
Yeah. Thank you very much for attending the conference call, and I wish you all a very happy Diwali and a prosperous New Year. And from Aimco's team, we are working very hard to achieve our goals, and we seek your support in future also. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Aimco Pesticides, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.